So good morning. It's a little early, just a few seconds before we start, and we're live. Hi, I'm Kathy Hampton of Kathy Hampton Wellside Retreats and Kathy Hampton Wellness. Welcome to Journal with Me. We are meeting today after a week long um, little break from journaling together. I hope that you were journaling on your own since I was not available last week on last Tuesday or Thursday. So, if this is the first time that you have seen a live stream of Journal with Me, I am a transformational life coach, as well as the founder of Wellside Retreats. And now moving into a new adventure with Kathy Hampton Wellness and healing practices, where we explore all the various practices to keep you well, fit, and at peace. And I help women move away from what is no longer serving them, and help them to move into a place um, that they choose for themselves. Hopefully, that will be a place where they can find peace and happiness on their journey. And we spend Tuesdays and Thursdays in a virtual community of journalers. And that's what we'll be doing today. We meet for 20 minutes of journaling in community. And we also have a discussion afterwards. Um, there are usually some community members who come on live, but because I have not shown up, they may be thinking that I am not showing up today, and that is okay. We are going to still journal. If you are seeing this in the future on replay, spend some time journaling with me in the silence. I'm going to be in my trusty journal book, but you can write, doodle, paint, write your to-do list on any paper that you have available. I always say that you can also paint if you have a canvas or whatever you want to paint with, whatever documents what's on your heart, your mind, and your spirit. Um, that that is what you you can do to unload or download what's on your mind. So we have one community member who just popped in. Good afternoon, bon dia, I believe, almost. My peace, hello. And great you could make it today. Um, I'm glad that you can make it when you're fully awake from from uh, from Portugal. Glad to have you here. So we're gonna get started pretty soon, but we do check in. So if you're seeing this in the future, be sure to grab your journal or whatever you have to write with, and go through the stages of our meeting by checking in with yourself. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What emotions are you feeling at present? Okay. If you're feeling good, that's great. If you're not feeling so well, I hope that you um, you can get past all of that, or just be with that for a moment, or as long as you choose. But then go a little deeper and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? There are so many emotions um, for you to pick and choose from. So, however you are feeling, in your own words, whether that be the weather forecast, whether that be uh, a beverage, like I feel like a great cup of tea, yeah, whatever words you want to describe how you were doing, do that. And then sit for a minute and say, I'm feeling this way because, get a little deeper. And that helps with self awareness. Like you may not have thought about why you're feeling a certain way until you ask yourself how you're doing. We always ask other people how they're doing. How are you doing? And they usually say, oh, I'm fine. You know, just short talk and, you know, short conversation. But how are you really doing? Sometimes we don't explore that because it opens up a whole can of worms. But you can do that for yourself, you know? Open that can of worms for yourself, right? Get deeper in it. Bodart, feeling calm, resting, and healing today. Good. I'm I'm glad that you're paying attention to yourself. Yeah. Paying attention to yourself, my piece. It's great. Good morning, Dr. Donna, the art appraiser. Good morning to you. Glad to have you guys here. I'm glad to be back from all manner of things that I was doing last week. It was a full week last week, and we'll talk about that a little later. But let's get started with some cleansing breaths, and cleansing breaths will help further calm you if you are not fully calm. But it also, yeah, it helps you to open up to you know setting the groundwork to do something else, to open up to journaling, which we will be doing in a minute. So, in your own pace, in your own breath, honor your breath. Let's cleanse that breath. Cleanse that breath by inhaling through the nose and then you exhale through the mouth. Give a good sigh. So breathe in deeply. You can hold it for a second or two and then exhale. And it looks and sounds like this: inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. I close my eyes. You can lower your gaze with your eyes open if you so choose. One more round, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. When you inhale, we want to inhale deeply, expanding your rib cage by expanding your lungs, your diaphragm, like a balloon. So inhaling. And exhaling. Now spending a little time with yourself calmly. Get back to your normal breathing rhythm. Opening your eyes gently, slowly. Okay. And we're going to start with 20 minutes of journaling. I set the timer to a true sound bowl. Okay. Make sure that that is on 20. Let's begin. Okay, so our 20 minutes are up. I hope that you were able to download what's on your mind or what's been on your mind, what's inside of you, your spirit, what's on your heart. I hadn't journaled last week. Not that that's something I need to apologize for, as I was busy, but I have quite a bit of information inside of me that I could have uh, written down. Um, how have you been? How have you been last week? Have you done what you've wanted to do? Prioritized what you want to prioritize? What you wanted to have prioritized? Um, Sometimes, we get off track or something takes precedent over our normal schedule. And that's what happened with me. It was a very busy week last week. It was a good week. And I'll share that I, last week, had to prepare and prepare for my visa application meeting. Yeah, my appointment. And so, with that, I took the opportunity to unload some things, material things, um, while I was going to be in the New Jersey, New York area. So that took precedent over um, over my writing, my journaling, yeah, my actual writing that I've been doing with a community of what we call ourselves sister scribes. And so I missed quite a bit of that as well as journaling, but I had other things to do. And sometimes, we our schedules are upset um, by things that we're doing to move forward. And so that's what I was doing. And then rested. Then was trying to rest in between all of that because I had to drive. I rented a car and I had to drive. And, driving really takes a lot out of you, especially if you're driving. I mean, in general, I think, but if you're going a distance, it can be. And I used to drive all the time, but since the age of 16, when I got my license on my 16th birthday, I've been driving up until um, maybe about 6 years ago when I no longer owned a car. I haven't did not buy a car after my car was totaled, and um, been taking public transportation, renting a car if I needed one, and don't drive regularly. Do a lot of walking, um, or I walk to where I need to be. So I had to rest from all that driving because I'm not used to it. So yeah. Good morning, Miss Jones. Good morning. Good to see you here. Nicole, LaShawn, good morning to you. From Italy. Very good. Nicole, awesome. So tell me, what do they say? What are the hello, the greeting words, Nicole? um, yes, let's see. Dr. Donna says, I find that I need to decompress, rest after driving, especially after a trip to New York City. Yes. Yeah. I was in Queens, and it was during ciao. Okay, ciao. Like ciao Bella. Yeah, ciao. Okay. Hello in Italian. Um yeah, I was in Queens, and I know exactly where I need to go there, but there are different ways to go. And I was using my app, an app, a Google Maps or a mapping app to take me from a place to start where it never started from to get there. So, but I did the fastest route thing, and it was amazing. I found the fastest routes ever. And this is kind of a long story, and I didn't plan on talking about it. But with these fastest routes, I saw parts of New York that I'd never seen before, especially the day of my appointment. Um, and it was great. I was hesitant and a little reluctant to do this because I didn't know it was if it would work. That app took me to through the streets of New York, from Queens to Brooklyn into um, Jersey City, and then right into Newark without a problem. Got me there faster than I could have ever imagined. So yeah, but it it can be harrowing. If you don't know where you're going, and if the traffic is really bad. So, but I had a good week. I was productive, and my priority was to continue the purge. And I've got a system in place, and my children have I've dumped on them. They've taken some of my things. My son has taken my kitchen table, and he is very happy with it, and I was happy with it too, and I was happy that he wanted it. And you see things behind me. The rest of the apartment is really basically a staging site. And it's okay. It's okay. I've got totes and tubs. I know where I'm taking books that I want to keep. I'm not taking them all with me. Um, it's a great thing, and so it's a great thing because I made a plan. I've it's coming down to the wire, and you have to plan what you're gonna do. Um, I will be out of here early June, and needed a plan. Needed to put some things, not just keep them in my head, but I actually wrote them down and made some phone calls. And I said, I need your help. So it's all working out well. So um, Miss Jones says, I don't like driving at all. Yeah, I love driving. I really do like the freedom of driving. Um, and I like the way I drive as opposed to some other people who drive me around, even Uber drivers. Sometimes I can't deal with them. So they don't either get a tip or they don't get a 5-star rating for me if I don't like their driving. I just like the way I drive, but it can be nowadays. I think the older, the more mature we get, they have no need for it. I mean, in our lives, that other than running errands and getting to places that we wanted to. I used to like to drive just to see things. But it's hard to see things and drive, right? You can't just like sightsee. So my children will say I sightsee when I'm driving. They don't like driving with me. Yeah, Nicole says, let's see, having a deadline forces us to make decisions and move forward. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, if I didn't have a deadline at this point, a lot of things would not be happening. I don't think, because yeah, uh, you know, this maturity thing makes you do things differently. Move a little slower. You know, I would have had this stuff done maybe. Well, I had to do it. Maybe I'm burnt out from it because last year I had to move some things out of a big old giant house. Continue to do that. Prior to that, I had moved out of a place, and then it was just a lot of moving pieces, and so I'm really excited about simplifying my life and doing things simply, and not having a lot of stuff. That is really exciting to me. Yeah, yeah. So, Miss Jones, where do you take your Ubers from? Where are you located, if you don't mind sharing? Uber drivers drive very unsafe, most of them. If I could afford a private chauffeur to drive me around, like Miss Daisy, I would. Yes, Miss Jones. Same here. Um, where I'm headed, uh, in 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 Portugal, currently in Florida. I think you mentioned that before, Miss Jones. Yes, Miss Jones. Yeah, in Florida, there's a lot of driving people do in Florida. There's not a lot of walkable communities from what I remember. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Um, but yeah, I Uber drivers can be unsafe. Some of them, yes, yes. So I wanted to talk to you all about this new banner I have up here, Kathy Hampton Wellness, and I added and healing practices. This is kind of a new something I'm pivoting toward. Wellside Retreats is still a part of me right now, but um, but it's not a priority. I believe I'm moving toward helping people practice just like we do in journaling. This is a practice, and to me, this is something I can speak to because it's action that I'm taking, I'm familiar with, um, and I feel good about presenting that to others for their well-being. And I realize that I have a bunch of tools in my toolbox to share with other people. Um, and those are other wellness and healing practices besides journaling. And and so that's what I'm moving toward. My YouTube channel will be um, changing the way I present this information. Not only will I talk about wellness and general topics, but specific wellness practices that I'll talk about for the mind, body, and spirit. Those include, and I have a list of them, I actually wrote down while I was journaling: massage therapy, yoga, movement, walking and hiking, use of props, use of other tools that go into those practices, of course, journaling. We'll be talking about food, um, beverages in particular, um, you know, what can hydrate us, what can nourish us, um, and also providing recipes and retreats. Also retreats. What retreating really is, what it has meant to me, actually and metaphorically. So that's what I plan on doing in the next few months. But I have to get to my what I'm calling my relocation retreat. And before I actually start doing that, but I can do a little bit of it before I leave, just to keep you uh, in sync with what I'm doing and moving toward, and hope that you will continue to spend time with me. If you are seeing this on replay, you could see all of those types of videos on replay. If you're at a different time when I'm not streaming live, because my change time zone will change. From the East Coast, it's 5 hour difference. Yeah, I believe it is 5 hours now. Yeah, and so I will have live stream still, but also I'll be doing videos. You'll see me doing some yoga, doing some chair yoga. I've got to learn how to focus my camera on my whole body, so I have to work that out to be able to show you how to do certain poses in yoga, um, and that are specifically for the mature woman at 50 and over. Okay, so that's who I'm. This is um, the audience has not changed. 50 and over. Okay, and for quite a few of us who are moving abroad or traveling, there are some things that we need to be doing for ourselves. We take these long flights and we get off the airplane, our hips are sore, our knees are sore, our legs are sore, our shoulders and backs aren't aren't happy because we've been sitting for so long, cramped up. We've carried our luggage, we've moved some, rolled some things, pushed some things, picked things up, have strained muscles, and then the environment where our destination is may be totally different from what we're used to. Hard cobblestone streets where our bodies have to adjust to a certain way of walking. There may be more stairs, more hills, more inclines, more steep down, downward motions that we're not used to. Um, Declines. Come on, Kathy. Declines, inclines. Um, so I'll be talking about that. How and I have a friend, Kia Wilson, who's a nurse and a traveling nurse, who will be talking about these things together. I hope, but um, I'm coming from a wellness, a holistic point of view, not a medical point of view, and how all of this affects us. So look forward to that. And right now, um, I want to talk to you about changing the subject. I had a live stream video with Dr. Kamani uh, Norrington Sands this past Saturday. No, when was it? Oh, I forget what day, Friday or Saturday. And Dr. Kamani and Marissa Price, who is a licensed social worker, are um, grouping together and have assembled a group of women to present on their virtual summit called the Job Liberation Virtual Summit for Black Women, to be held May 18th and 19th. And you can register, share it with any woman who has been in a toxic job environment. And I will say, I'll raise my hand that I have experienced at least more than half of my career after professional school being library school as well as law school, experience toxic work environments more than half of my career. And my career has expanded uh, for 30 plus years. Okay. Um, some of these years, this last 4 years, I've worked as an independent consultant where I did not uh, have any job toxicity because I was my own boss for the most part, working for other people. But if you are familiar with and have felt uh, toxicity in your workplace, this summit is for you. There will be other social workers, other people with experience, coaches, people who will help you with finding a less toxic form of employment, um, if that is what you choose, and then how to get your finances together so that you may not have to work at all, right? Or work for yourself. So I encourage you to look into it. You can find information on it, and I have up at the top of the comments and in the description of this video, place the link for the summit if you would like to sign up and attend May 18th and 19th. They have different levels of participation at different price points for you to consider. And I'm glad they're doing it because I did not have a place to go. I had people telling me that, you know, that this is normal type of work, in the working world, that there are some bad people at work and there's some good people at work, and you have to keep working because you have to support yourself, and just ignore them. And is that really true, Kathy? You feel like that? Really? You know, doubting, making me feel like, oh, maybe it's just me. No, I realized that I was not the only one walking around feeling down and out and hating to go to work after spending years getting my education in a field that I grew to love. Didn't initially. Uh, Being in the legal services area, being a lawyer. So don't let anyone tell you that it's a figment of your imagination. Yeah, I had a lot of people saying, "Oh, I got to stick in here until I'm 65, 70 before I can retire. So I just got to get used to." Oh no, not not me, not me. I kind of go off the beaten path anyhow. So did what is I'm doing what is serving me well. Yeah, yeah, that's my attitude, and I hope that you can find that within you, um, to be at peace with yourself, and not your you know it's not a figment of your imagination, not at all. So um, let's see. Oh my gosh, I swear I think all these corporate jobs are toxic. It's exhausting. Yes. Yeah, these corporate jobs can be, yeah. They're not loyal most of the time to you. They want everything out of you. They want you to jump higher than you can, than high, right? Um, yeah, yeah, and yeah, the walkability, it's in most areas are not walkable because they didn't plan. It has to do with planning, city planning, when things aren't walkable. Um, and for Miss Jones, is it only for 50 and over? No, not really. Miss Jones, I am a 60-year-old woman who, at the age of 40, actually 35, 40, started feeling the way things were gonna go for me. But what my channel is all about, my channel and who my audience is a woman who has had certain experiences in life, um, that by this time in life they are feeling, some women are feeling stuck, right? um, and I speak to those women who may be feeling stuck about moving forward in their lives and not getting unstuck. So if there is any woman, especially any Black woman, because women of color go through the ringer. Let me put it that way. Things are not easy for us, and I speak to them based on my experience as a Black woman. I understand Black women because I am one, have been raised around Black women, and share some of the same things that other Black women have experienced uh, in this world. So, and I've experienced some things that some 50 and over women have experienced. But at 35 and 40, I know that some Black women also get stuck and stop caring for themselves. So, uh, because this is a channel to care for yourself, to learn how to practice self care, awareness. If that is your age group, you're, of course, free to join any day and listen. And yeah, so not just 50 and over. Uh, yeah. So, okay, so you do feel stuck in your 30s. 30 something is a time, is a pivotal time. Um, and I can relate to that. So follow me, right? Follow, subscribe, follow. um, and I hope that you can start feeling that you can make some small moves or change by getting aware, self-aware, and taking care of yourself, and hopefully using some of these tools that I will be presenting. Thank you, Ms. Jones. And my piece, you saw the interview. Good. I feel many of us can relate to the topics that will be discussed in the summit. Yes, I believe so. I believe so. Yes, indeed. I look forward, and I'm glad to to put the word out about the summit. Um, and so I'm going to end this day's journal with me video by offering the opportunity to move before we go. And because we've used our hands today in writing, or if you have written, or if you haven't even written, but a way to to calm yourself, but also move your hands, which sometimes get ignored, and because we use them so much for our daily life as well as our feet, believe it or not, we use them even when we are not using them. um, I want you to move with me. Yeah. So we're going to do a simple movement for our hands, and that's massaging our hands. Um, you know, this movement here is a movement to massage your hands, hand wringing. You know, it's usually looked upon as the worrying woman's hands, the church lady's hands, when she wrings her hands. But that's a calming movement, actually. And put your hands together and, you know, your fingers together in this motion, okay? And kind of go around like this and back, forward again and back. Let's rub them together again. You get them nice and warm. Depending on where you are, sometimes in the morning, this is a really good way to make your hands feel better if it's cold, you know, rubbing your hand. I don't have any cream, but in the next video, you can get a lotion, and this is a great way to do it. Now, take each finger. I'm taking my pinky, grabbing it with my two fingers and thumb, you know, and pulling, finger pulling each finger. You can twist it and pull. And if any of this is uncomfortable, then don't do it, okay? Or slightly do it. I'm very heavy handed, and as a massage therapist, um, some people want light movement, some people like deep tissue movement. And I ask them, what do you want? Okay, now do the other hand, your left hand, and pull. You kind of squeezing and rubbing and pulling. And then, okay, and we're gonna squeeze and pull. All right. So we've done all of our 10 fingers. All right. And just kind of, sparkle fingers. And we're going to pull again. Pull, grab your fingers and pull your arms and fingers apart. Okay. And then last fluid clap, hands together. And that is the movement of our hands. I hope that feels good to you. I hope that wasn't too fast. You all tell me, because I haven't presented on camera any, not for hands, in a long time. All right. So it's been great to get back with you on my channel. If this is something you like and you want others to know about it, please share it. Give me a thumbs up, please. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and the notification bell will make you aware of whenever some other video comes up and I've uploaded. All right. So I hope your hands are feeling good. And I'm feeling good. I hope that you all are too, having a great day. And I look forward to seeing you on Thursday, where we'll journal, we'll do another small movement, we'll have good conversation. And I wish all of you well, Miss Jones. Come back, no matter if you're 30 Dr. Donna, good to see you. Can't wait to see you again. My peace, good to see you. Hope you have a great day. And let's see who else today. Nicole, great. Ciao, Bella. That's goodbye. That's hello and goodbye, I believe. Ciao. All right. Yeah. Thank you. And if you can, register for the Job Liberation Summit. Please do. If you need that great support, there's going to be lots of support there for you. If you have experienced or are experiencing some job toxicity, um, you'll be made aware of what it looks like, how it feels, and how to move out of it. All right. Again, have a great day. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye bye.